Hello everyone, welcome to Link and Learn. Today we are going to discuss the Computer Science 083 Practical Exam Preparation for the year 2022-2023 for CBSE. As you can see, this is the practicals mark distribution. In the lab test, first one is Python program, where you have 60% for the logic, 20% for the documentation, 20% for the code quality. So 60% logic means the algorithm that you have developed or you have identified for solving a given problem. 20% for the documentation means you are supposed to give proper comments so that any third party will be able to read and understand the purpose of your code within minimal time. And then 20% for the code quality. So how efficiently you have written the code or you have implemented a specific algorithm is evaluated in this particular section. This part keep track of the efficiency of your program, how effectively the student is able to come up with an efficient program to solve a given problem. Second one is a stub program with Python SQL connectivity must be provided with blanks. 4 blanks to be filled by the student with the desired SQL query. In this case, a code snippet for the Python SQL connectivity will be given to you. The student should identify the appropriate SQL query in order to complete the operation. And then comes the report file. It is nothing but your lab record. Minimum 15 Python programs should be there. You should make sure that there is the minimum number of Python program. You may exceed as well, depends. Different schools might follow different patterns. Minimum there should be 15 Python programs. SQL queries, minimum 5 set using 1 table or 2 tables. In this part, we are looking at simple to complex SQL queries with minimum 5 sets using multiple tables. Minimum 4 programs should be based on Python SQL connectivity. So there should be at least 4 programs written in Python which will be connecting to your SQL for database operation. The third component is the project one, which is an application developed using concept learned in class 11 and class 12. Basically, this is a Python solution for a specific problem identified by the students. Fourth one is the Viva voice, where the student will be having an interaction with the invigilator. The interaction can be based on the projects the student has made or any of the content which they have studied in 11 or 12. Suggested practical list. By giving a suggested practical list, CBSE is giving you a proper framework for the students to explore. These are the minimal expectation from the students. So the students are supposed to read a text file line by line and display each word separated by a hash. Read a text file and display the number of vowels, consonants, uppercase, lowercase characters in the file. Remove all the lines that contain character A in a file and write it to another file. Create a binary file with the name and roll number. Search for a given roll number and display the name. If not found, display the appropriate message. Create a binary file with roll number, name, marks. Input a roll number and update the marks. Write a random number generator that generates random numbers between 1 and 6, which simulates a dice. Write a Python program to implement a stack using list. Create a CSV file by entering user ID and password. Read, search the password for a given user ID. So this is a framework that is given to you. More or less, the action performed will be revolving around these concepts, but how these actions will be implemented, the context might vary, but you are supposed to have a clear-cut idea about how to perform these operations with Python. Second part is the database management system. So the suggested practical list include create a student table and insert data, implement the following SQL command on the student table, alter table to add new attribute, modify or drop an attribute, update table to modify the data, order by to display the data in ascending or descending order, delete to remove tuples, group by and find the min, max, sum, count and average, And similar exercise can be framed in other cases. Integrate SQL with Python by importing suitable modules. So the idea is the student should have a proper clarity about how to deal with all these different SQL commands, how these SQL commands are used along with Python to perform these actions. Project is an opportunity for the students to explore all the different complex operation that is available in Python along with SQL operations. So the students will be combining the Python complex techniques along with the SQL techniques in order to create an application which will solve a real life problem. So they have given a sample scenario where the student can come up with a possible solution. The main idea of this project is to make sure that the student is using all the different technicalities of Python and SQL. Generally, preparing for Viva is a confusing task. Identify the keywords from all units and try to understand what is it, what does it do, why is it preferred, and where it can be applied within minimal words. I would prefer not to go beyond 2 sentences. That will be the best way to prepare for general sections in Viva. When it comes to Viva for the project, the student should have a clear understanding on how to introduce the project, what is the significance of the project, key functionalities, external modules used in the program, data structures used, complex loops and conditions used, common data types used, user-defined functions used in your application, standard algorithm used if your application is using any searching, sorting, hashing, encryption or decryption algorithm, you can mention that. Database connectivity and SQL queries used for data manipulation, approaches to ensure efficiency of the code, challenges faced in the project and how you overcame them, further improvement that could be added in the future. So, having a better understanding of all these key points gives the impression that you have taken the effort in order to properly make a tangible product which solve an actual problem in real life. For better preparation for the lab exam, I have attached a PDF document which is nothing but a checklist for prerequisites and the syllabus checklist. Feel free to go through that and let me know your feedback in the comment. Thank you.